First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing on third. Goff. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
One more time with Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
To throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
They're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They are real.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Goff on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And some room to work. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard.
Goff a handoff here to Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns set to take over. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and up force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders.
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Meanwhile, Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 2. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again is Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. A shotgun snap for Goff. It fights him off. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Goff. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now,
and that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff.
A quick pass to Kupp.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Gain on the play brings up third down and 5.
Back to throw. Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, how about the strength there after the catch? I've got to get back in the gym myself now. I'm inspired. Boom, he shook off some tacklers. Bang, fighting to get to the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but he's got his guy set up first and goal.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
They'll give it to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Push it.
To the air again. Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
The Lions on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
Opposite of what you mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go with Chubb on second down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 25.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 10. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now it's Goff. Able to find Jones. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Goff now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
That's what I do. Hey, 25 to the mic. We're going 25 to the mic.
Now Goff. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. McLaughlin for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Goff now looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now, the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
They run. Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And